College students on guard after thieves broke into.
What's happening? What is up? How's everybody doing? Um, Salute. We are back in effect with a mask and a tech, man. We back in action, man. Had to get things straight, man. Jeez. Hmm. Oh man. Whole lot to get into. I didn't even realize. You know, I should have known. It's a whole lot to get into, man. Whole lot to get into, man. Whole lot to get into. A whole lot to get into, man. Make sure you hit the like button, man, on your way in, man. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in, man. Salute to everyone out there, man. What's going on? All right, everybody's back in effect, man. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this cracking, man.
College students on guard after thieves broke into several cars outside some nearby apartments. Police say nearly 24 vehicles were damaged last week on St. Joe's campus. And then this morning it happened again. In one case, a student says she lost nearly everything inside. And Jennifer, detectives are searching for two thieves they believe are linked to the break-ins.
Yes, Sheba, police have surveillance video showing at least two suspects tied to last week's break-ins. And we're right by SEPTA's Overbrook station, and we counted at least 4 new incidents of vandalism today. And I just want to show you one of them. You can see the shards of glass that are now on the ground, and this Jeep SUV has everywhere. Bryn Mawr College student Taylor Hester walked out to her car this morning to find her passenger side window smashed out.
It's just vandalizing. I feel so violent.
Many of her valuables were stolen, including her gym bag, workout equipment, covering a broken window.
You can see there's glass. And just vandalizing. I feel so violated.
Many of her valuables were stolen, including her gym bag, workout equipment, Versace sunglasses, and 2 puffy jackets for winter.
It's so cold outside. They stole all of my winter clothes, my winter jacket. If you're watching this, please give me my stuff back.
St. Joe's University students. One of them sent Fox 29 this photo of her car that was broken into this morning. We also saw a Jeep parked out front that was damaged. And St. Joe's student Patrick Colvar says his car was stolen from the apartment garage last Friday, then recovered by police in Bensalem on Monday.
Someone took out the ignition and started driving my Kia, so pretty crazy.
Welcome to Philadelphia, white kids, man. Welcome to Philadelphia, y'all. Welcome to the Philadelphia, man. Welcome to Philadelphia. Welcome to Philadelphia. Welcome to Philadelphia. Shout out to Gouch below. She says, well, you're back. Great work. Yeah, I'm back, man. I'm back. Thank you, man. For supporting the channel, man. Thank you for taking the pledge, man, and supporting the good work we do here, man. We're back, man. Poor kid, man. Listen. The liberals say, crime is just, it's just part of, living in the city, man. It's part of living in the city. This is how it is when you live in the city, man. This is how it is when you live in the city. It just is what it is, man.
Patrick Colvar says his car was stolen from the apartment garage last Friday, then recovered by police in Bensalem on Monday.
Someone took out the ignition and started driving my Kia, so pretty crazy. I mean, it's just horrible. I'm trying to go back for Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'll be able to drive back. My parents might have to drive all the way up and all the way back. It's just super inconvenient, super inconsiderate.
Philadelphia police released surveillance images of a suspect vehicle, a newer model Kia SUV, tied to nearly 24 cars that were broken into on.
Who's that in the car, man? Who's that in the car, man? Can you see? Can you see in the car, guys? Who's that in the car, man? I don't have my glasses on, man. I don't have my glasses on. Who's that in the car, guys? I don't know, man.
Philadelphia police released surveillance images of a suspect vehicle, a newer model Kia SUV, tied to nearly 24 cars that were broken into on November 4th. Captain Robert McKeever says a majority of the break-ins last week happened at Hawks Landing parking garage.
We work hard for everything that we have, and especially young college kids who might live on a fixed income because they're paying tuition and everything like that, that their car is their most valuable possession.
Police say the suspects could face felony charges since there are now at least 23 vehicles that were vandalized, reaching thousands of dollars in damage. It has put the St. Joe's community and surrounding area on edge.
Well, it's like the third time in 2 weeks, I would say, that I saw something like this happen. Mostly it's overnight, so I would assume this was overnight too. It's just really scary. yeah, it's for innocent kids that are just coming to school and got to deal with these issues.
A university spokesperson says, quote, "The safety and well-being of our community remain the university's top priority. The university has notified our community members to remain vigilant, lock their vehicles, and avoid leaving valuables in plain sight."
I go to Bryn Mawr College, so I commute, which is up on the main line. It's like a 20-minute drive, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do for getting to my classes for the rest of today and tomorrow.
And she gonna be kissing white women's feet. Think about that. Think about that. One day she's gonna be kissing a black woman's feet. They go through all this shit in college, getting robbed and stolen from, only to grow up to kiss black people's feet. This is unbelievable.
Today and tomorrow.
And after all of this, both PPD and St. Joe's Public Safety tell me they're now doing focused patrols to keep a closer eye on the campus and as well as near the campus. And they say if your car was broken into or vandalized, make sure you report it.
Prosecutors now say paranoia led a woman to shoot and kill her friend.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Prosecutors now say paranoia led a woman to shoot and kill her friend in Milwaukee last week. Christina Venzels is live tonight with the new charges filed and with word of another arrest.
Ted, the funeral for Ariel Spillner is happening right now in DeForest. On Sunday, prosecutors charged a 31-year-old woman in connection to her death. We did catch up with the victim's family in this case before that funeral, who tell us they do not believe those charges are harsh enough. Prosecutors charged 32-year-old Jamaica Mills with first-degree reckless homicide. Investigators say last week she shot and killed her friend, 26-year-old Ariel Spillner. We're not.
You white women kissing these black women feet, man. This is what you get, man. How is this your friend, man? How is she friends with this? How is some white woman that's like this are friends with that, man? How are they friends? Listen, man. I'm not saying black people and white people can't be friends, because they always are. They all, black people, white people always friends. I'm just like, damn. This is your friend? This is your black friend? You know what? I think sometimes, you know the difference between the races? When black people get a white friend, that white friend is always somebody that is useful. Somebody that'll let them borrow their money, borrow their car. Don't ask for the money back. Hey, Cooper, can I borrow $100? I need it. I'll pay you back in a month. Then the month come. Hey, Cooper, man, I'm sorry. I know I was going to pay you back. Oh, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. That's the type of friends we get with black people. That's the type of white friends we get. White people get shit like this. Y'all black friend be this. Y'all black friend be this. That's crazy, man. That shit crazy,
Jamaica
man.
Mills with first-degree reckless homicide. Investigators say last week she shot and killed her friend, 26-year-old Ariel Spillner.
We're not handling it very well at all. We don't know anyone who would want to hurt Ariel in any way, shape, or form. And it's hard that an apparent friend would do this to her.
Police responded to the home near 39th and Lancaster just before 10 p.m. Tuesday. Prosecutors say Spillner died at the scene. Investigators say Mills was also shot and was uncooperative with police and hospital staff.
To have this happen, it's bizarre. It's overwhelming.
Prosecutors say Mills told police the two were smoking weed and she became paranoid that Spillner was going to stab her. Mills then told investigators she shot Spillner and accidentally shot herself. Prosecutors say Mills told police she never intended to kill her friend.
There needs to
Look at that, man. Jesus Christ. He said white people are the salvation of dark skins. Yo, this shit is crazy, man. What the hell is she thinking, man? What was you doing over there, white girl? Look at your hair. Just look at your hair. You think this person really likes you, man? Look at that. That's not even her. That's some shit she glued to her head. She got her hair braided like Allen Iverson and glued this on top of her head. And you got this shit. He said good hair versus bad hair. It ain't even good hair versus bad hair. It's the fact that she want your hair. Her hair is good. Her hair is my hair. I love my hair, man. Listen, I do not want white people hair, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I don't want white people hair. I don't want that. I want this shit.
There needs to be justice for her. This was not warranted. This was not right.
Do this woman get the N-word pass, man? Do the family get the N-word pass, man? We need to get a family an N-word pass, man. He said that wig looks so convincing. Yeah, that wig. You know, let me look back. Yes. That white girl over there smoking weed with this thing, talking about it's her friend. That's not your friend, man. That's a gremlin. If I was a white person, I wouldn't have no black friends that didn't have their real hair. I wouldn't trust a black woman that don't wear her natural hair. She glue she gorilla gluing fucking hair to her scalp and shit. And then you walk, and then you come over. Oh man, I had a bad hair day. Talk about you had a bad hair day. White girls be saying that too. White girls be like, man, I'm having a bad hair day. And they be saying that shit in front of black girls. That be wearing fucking lace fronts and shit. Oh shit, man. Let me tell you something, man. Listen to me, white people, man. white women, man. First, stop kissing black women's feet. Just stop that immediately. Like immediately. Stop kissing black women's feet, okay? That's I never thought I'd have to say that, but I never thought I'd have to say that. Okay? Stop kissing black women's feet, man. All right? That's the first thing, man. Second thing is, man, after you stop kissing their feet, right? After you stop kissing their feet, don't hang with no black girls that's not wearing their natural hair. If they got in fucking lace fronts and shit, don't hang around them, man. Because you just pissing them off. Every time your presence is pissing them off. Yeah. Your presence subtly. And listen, white women, don't ask them, hey, are you jealous of my hair? Like, don't be a stupid white person and do no shit like that. Because even if they do, they're not gonna tell you the truth. But don't ask them no shit like that. Just don't hang around no black woman that got fake hair. Don't do it. You're not gonna be safe, man. He said, because here's the thing, man. A real friend, a real solid person wouldn't let you kiss their feet. Press 1. A real person that care about you wouldn't let you kiss their feet. They wouldn't let you kiss their feet. Soon as if I had a white friend and they tried to kiss my feet, I'd be like, "Oh nah, cuz nah. Oh, go ahead, man. Nah, man. I would think they was playing, but I would be like, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Stop playing, man. Go ahead. Nah, man, get up, man. You ain't gotta do all that, man. You ain't gotta do all that to kick it, man. We cool, man. You ain't gotta do all that." That's what a real person would do. Real person wouldn't let you do that shit. He said, "Don't hang around black women." This nah, I don't even think it's all black women. Like I said, man. Like I said. I said what I said. Don't hang around black women that don't have their natural hair. Don't hang around black women that don't got their natural hair. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, let's start from the beginning. I'm going to play it straight through.
Prosecutors now say paranoia led a woman to shoot and kill her friend in Milwaukee last week. Christina Venzels is live tonight with the new charges filed and with word of another arrest.
Ted, the funeral for Ariel Spillner is happening right now in DeForest. On Sunday, prosecutors charged a 31-year-old woman in connection to her death. We did catch up with the victim's family in this case before that funeral, who tell us they do not believe those charges are harsh enough. Prosecutors charged 32-year-old Jamaica Mills with first-degree reckless homicide. Investigators say last week she shot and killed her friend, 26-year-old Ariel Spillner.
We're not handling it very well at all. We don't know anyone who would want to hurt Ariel in any way, shape, or form. And it's hard that an apparent friend would do this to her.
Police responded to the home near 39th and Lancaster just before 10 p.m. Tuesday. Prosecutors say Spillner died at the scene. Investigators say Mills was also shot and was uncooperative with police and hospital staff.
To have this happen, it's bizarre. It's overwhelming.
Prosecutors say Mills told police the two were smoking weed and she became paranoid that Spillner was going to stab her. Mills then told investigators she shot Spillner and accidentally shot herself. Prosecutors say Mills told police she never intended to kill her friend.
There needs to be justice for her. This was not warranted. This was not right.
Police search warrants reveal another person living at that home was arrested in connection to the homicide. That person hasn't been formally charged, so we're not naming them. Investigators believe that person lied to police about what happened.
I don't know what to believe. I really don't.
Spillner's family members say they do not want a plea deal and instead are pushing for a harsher charge, first-degree intentional homicide.
She didn't have anyone to speak on her behalf on what happened there. So we need to continue to say her name and get her justice that she deserves.
We did reach out to the district attorney's office with questions about those charges, but have not yet heard back. Mills' bond was set at $150,000. Meanwhile, there is a GoFundMe for the victim. For that link, just head to the Fox local app. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Christina Venzels, Fox 6 News.
Well, he was the father of 9 children, and now his family is in shock after he was killed in a road rage confrontation in Castro Valley. As KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee explains, a suspect is in custody, but the family and investigators are still looking for witnesses.
This is just a horrible tragedy. I don't think we could ever heal from. I don't think my daughters are going to be ever okay. I'm never going to be okay. Our family's never going to be okay again.
Gabriela Ilola is heartbroken over the death of her husband, 49-year-old Jason Ilola, as a result of what authorities say was a road rage confrontation in Castro Valley. He leaves behind 9 children, including the youngest, his 5-month-old daughter, and 4 grandchildren.
He's everything to us. He's everything to so many people. And he didn't deserve this.
It happened at about 7:30 Saturday night near Norbridge and Wilbeam Avenues outside the Castro Valley BART station, where this memorial of candles and flowers now sits. Gabrielle says she, her husband, and 2 daughters were in their Subaru when they were cut off by the driver of a full-size SUV near a 580 off-ramp. She says that driver then rammed them from behind, and that led Jason to get out of the car to talk to the other driver. It's unclear what happened next, but the family believes Jason was assaulted, suffered a head injury, and died.
The only thing that is clear is that my husband was protecting us and that we were scared and that
Yo, that's crazy. Who you think did this? Who did this? This is crazy.
It happened at about 7:30 Saturday night near Norbridge and Wilbeam Avenues outside the Castro Valley BART station, where this memorial of candles and flowers now sits. Gabrielle says she, her husband, and 2 daughters were in their Subaru when they were cut off by the driver of a full-size SUV near a 580 off-ramp. She says that driver then rammed them from behind, and that led Jason to get out of the car to talk to the other driver. It's unclear what happened next, but the family believes Jason was assaulted, suffered a head injury, and died.
The only thing that is clear is that my husband was protecting us and that we were scared and that this person, he didn't have to take my husband.
The other driver initially left the scene but returned at the request of the CHP. The case was transferred to the Alameda County Sheriff's Office. I've learned deputies arrested 37-year-old Martin Davis Jr. on suspicion of
Martin Davis Jr. That sounds a lot like Martin Luther King, man. 3, Martin Davis Jr. Martin Luther King. Oh, man. You say son? It was a son. Oh, possible.
murder. Joseph Munoz, a cousin of the victim, is urging anyone who saw what happened to contact the sheriff's office.
It's important that anybody with any information comes forward. Right now, we're looking for witnesses.
The family struggling to make sense of the loss of a man who ran a pumpkin patch, a Christmas tree lot, and food truck lot, and was a dedicated father.
He was not a shy person when it came to us. He wanted everyone to know that he was a proud dad, that he
Holy shit. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Dedicated father.
He was not a shy person when it came to us. He wanted everyone to know.
Yo. Well, let me find out old Burritos got it. Old Burritos can't hear that shit either, man. Oh my God. No way, man. I thought it was only sons, man. It's on Burritos as well. Oh shit. God damn it, man. Holy moly, man. If you want to come up, man, link is in the... Holy moly. Lord have mercy, man. Jesus Christ. Was the chirp in Spanish, man? They should make Spanish people chirps like they should say "Adios" or some shit like that, like "Dios míos" or some shit. It shouldn't just be a chirp. It should be something like, something like that. Something, I mean, it's not right, man. It's fucked up, man. They gotta, it's not culturally sensitive to just have their chirp. The chirp is for black people, man. That's black people, man. Spanish should have like a "Arriba!" Every 30 seconds, she'd be like, "Arriba! Ay, 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 ay! Ole!" Imagine that every 30 seconds. I'm trying to help y'all. You would definitely change that shit, man. You would change that shit if you had to hear that every 30 seconds. Shit, man. That motherfucking chirp, what the fuck?
Was a dedicated father.
He was not a shy person when it came to us. He wanted everyone to know that he was a proud dad, that he had a big family, and that he was a family man.
1 minute I'm good, 1 minute I'm not.
Angel Ilola is the oldest son and says their loss is a reminder to stay calm on the road.
If you're having road rage or if you're angry, that something can happen so quick and it can impact families.
The Alameda County DA's office will review the case to determine whether the other driver will face charges.
Oh yeah, that's that black DA.
That
Alameda County DA is a black DA. That black woman, that crazy black woman. I think her name Pamela Price. And she don't like charging black people with crimes. She don't like charging blacks with crimes. So yeah, woo.
To that deadly road rage in the North Bay, authorities say the driver of an SUV caused at least 4 crashes within 2 hours over the weekend, including one that led to the woman's death.
KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee joins us live tonight from the CHP office in Roner Park with new information on the suspect and exactly what happened here. Henry?
Well, authorities say this man used his SUV as a weapon with deadly results. Now he's behind bars, charged with murder. On Monday, friends of a woman killed in a weekend road rage crash near Santa Rosa stopped by a memorial to pay their respects. Authorities say the victim, 33-year-old Karina Piccinatti, was riding in the front seat of a silver VW that was intentionally rammed by a driver of a Mazda CX-30.
Started ramming a vehicle there, rear-ending it multiple times.
The CHP says the impact sent the VW Atlas Cross Sport into oncoming traffic on Stony Point Road near Roner Park Expressway at about 2 Saturday afternoon.
Made that vehicle go out of control into the opposing lane. A Mercedes went right into the passenger side of the vehicle that the Mazda had pushed.
Piccinatti died at the scene. A man driving the VW she was in.
Jesus Christ. Look at that fucking car, man. Holy fucking moly. Look at that shit, man. Fuck.
Mercedes went right into the passenger side of the vehicle that the Mazda had pushed.
Piccinatti died at the scene. A man driving the VW she was in and a boy in the car suffered major injuries, as did the driver and passenger of the black Mercedes.
There was 2 cars racing.
I spoke off camera to Rosie Garcia, who was selling drinks at a roadside stand nearby. She says witnesses told her both the VW and the Mazda had been driving at high speed.
Don't race, be safe. I mean, life is wonderful. Don't put your life in danger just because of racing or whatever. It's not worth it.
The CHP could not confirm her account, and it's possible the VW driver could have been trying to get away from the Mazda. But authorities say the suspect in the Mazda didn't stop after the deadly crash. Instead, Cotati Police Chief Chris Simmons says the suspect was involved in another crash near Highway 116 and Redwood Drive.
We had a subject who had rear-ended an individual and then actually hit him again. So he actually hit our victim twice.
The chief says the suspect took off yet again, but was arrested by one of his officers and CHP after yet another crash on Highway 101. On Monday, that suspect, 20-year-old Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez, was charged by the Sonoma County.
Yo, who? What the fuck is his name? What is his name?
Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez was charged by the Sonoma County DA's. Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez was charged. On Monday, that suspect, 20-year-old Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez, was charged by the Sonoma. Suspect, 20-year-old Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez, was charged.
Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez Rodriguez Sanchez. God damn. The fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, get him out of here, man. Send him on his way, man.
On Monday, that suspect, 20-year-old Diego Alexis Diaz Hernandez, was charged by the Sonoma County DA's office with murder, assault with a deadly weapon, reckless driving, and hit and run. Now, friends and family of the victim were too shaken to comment today. The suspect's being held at Sonoma County Jail. Live in Roanoke.
Jesus Christ.
Now at 10:30, a family in Bellflower is demanding justice tonight. A hit-and-run crash claimed the life of a 43-year-old motorcyclist. Robert Bishop was killed last month after a car turned left in front of him, causing the horrific crash.
That driver slowed down after the accident, but took off and did not stop to help. Chris Wolf live in Bellflower at the scene of the accident, where he spoke to distraught family members tonight. Chris?
That's right, Micah and Cher. He succumbed to his injuries and died in the street at this intersection in Bellflower. Now there's a growing sidewalk memorial you can see behind me. The deadly crash involved a motorcycle and a car, and the driver of that car fled the scene. However, the motorcyclist's family tells me they've been tracking him and have a good idea where he's hiding. Multiple surveillance cameras captured a deadly crash in Bellflower on Sunday, October 12th. The driver of a car makes a left-hand turn at an intersection, crossing the path of an oncoming motorcycle, which slams into the vehicle. We will not show the graphic footage in its entirety, but it documents the catastrophic impact and reveals the motorcyclist on the ground struggling. The driver stops and hesitates briefly, but then continues moving. The motorcyclist, identified as 43-year-old Robert Bishop of Bellflower, died in the street.
It's my only brother. It's tragic.
Brother Brandon Ciordia is devastated beyond words. The local businessman joins family members, friends, and loved ones regularly at a growing sidewalk memorial at the crash site, the intersection of Alondra Boulevard and Eucalyptus Avenue.
That's where my brother collided, fell over. He was unable to get up. Numerous bystanders tried to render aid, and that's when he succumbed to his injuries.
Robbie was the kind of person that would be there at the drop of a dime. If you call him, he'd be, okay, I'm on my way. I'll be right there, for anything, any matter.
Family members tell KTLA they are working with the LA County Sheriff's Department, but have also hired a private investigator to identify and locate the driver of the car that collided with Robert Bishop's motorcycle. Witnesses were able to provide a license plate number. You've tracked him to Mexico?
Rosarito.
You believe he's hiding out there?
Absolutely. I want the individual to come forward, do the right thing, and let the justice system, work this out.
Back here live, crash victim Robert Bishop leaves behind a girlfriend. We did reach out to the LA County Sheriff's Department, but they were unable to give us any information about the investigation or the suspect. Of course, we hope to learn more in the coming days. Reporting live in Bellflower, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
New developments tonight in the case of a 72-year-old Brentwood woman who died after an interaction with police.
Now, for the first time, we are seeing video of police arriving at the woman's sister's home. She's the one who had called police for a family dispute. ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Melanie Woodrow is here with the video you will see only on 7.
And Yolanda Ramirez's sister Sylvia tells me she didn't want her sister to be arrested. She wanted accountability. A responding officer was explaining to Sylvia that she could make a citizen's arrest for allegations police didn't personally witness when the situation took.
Don't call the police on nobody you don't want arrested. Okay? Just a word to the wise, man. And make sure you sponsor the show, man. Can we get some people to sponsor tonight's programming? Can we get some people to take the $5, the $10, the $20 challenge to sponsor tonight's programming? And help out the channel. Salute. But yeah, don't ever call the police on anybody you don't want arrested. Okay? And also know that, be prepared that when the police come there, once they do their investigation, you may also get arrested. Okay? Once they do their investigation, you may also get arrested. All right? So there's that.
A dramatic turn.
Yolanda Ramirez's sister Sylvia talked to me through a window screen and didn't want to appear on camera. She showed me this video of police arriving at her home September 26th after she called them to report a family disturbance. Sylvia says Yolanda said she was there to pick up her brother Ruben for a medical appointment, but Sylvia says Ruben didn't have a medical appointment and she didn't want him to leave with Yolanda. She says Yolanda was kicking and pounding on the door, so she called police. That's Police Officers Association President Aaron Peachman arriving at the home. He went inside to talk to Sylvia, and another officer stayed outside with Yolanda, who sat down in the passenger seat of her vehicle. When Yolanda walked over to the driver's side of her vehicle, the officer called out to Officer Peachman that she was fleeing. As he ran out of the home, Sylvia stopped the video and wouldn't show me the rest. This other video was taken from across the street and shows the officers cuffing Yolanda. Neighbor Karina asked that I not show her face on camera or give her last name.
She was just like, "Why are you doing this? Like, you're hurting me."
Police say that Yolanda was fleeing.
No, she was not fleeing.
What makes you say that?
Because she was with the cops the entire
Because
time.
I'm a liberal. I'm a white liberal, and I always anytime I see an interaction, I take the person's side. I always go against the cops, no matter what the interaction is. Press 1.
Or give her last name.
She was just like, "Why are you doing this? Like, you're hurting me."
Police say that Yolanda was fleeing.
No, she was not fleeing.
What makes you say that?
Because she was with the cops the entire time. But having 2 police officers for a 72-year-old lady kind of like manhandling her like that, it seemed a little excessive.
This video.
Yeah, I mean, they always say stupid shit like that. Getting the cuffs on is the main thing. Like, you people are fucking morons. If you see the cops trying to put handcuffs on somebody, and it's taking 5 minutes, don't get on the fucking news and say, well, they didn't have to do all that. It seemed excessive. Like, fucking bitch, it takes 5 seconds to put handcuffs on. You're sitting there watching them struggling with her for fucking 10 minutes. You fucking stupid bitch. Go kiss some black woman's feet, you stupid liberal white bitch. Press 1.
Asked that I not show her face on camera or give her last name.
She was just like, "Why are you doing this? Like, you're hurting me."
Police say that Yolanda was fleeing.
No, she was not fleeing.
What makes you say that?
Because she was with the cops the entire time. But having 2 police officers for a 72-year-old lady kind of like manhandling her like that, it seemed a little excessive.
This video doesn't capture what happened when officers took Yolanda, now cuffed, down the block to a patrol vehicle parked across the street from Ashley Jeglum's home.
She was complaining about her cuffs, how her cuffs were too tight. And then they were telling her to get in the car. And she didn't want to get in the car. I mean, who's going to want to get in the cop car, right? She's 72 years old. So they're trying to force her in. And then she says she can get in by herself. They weren't listening to her. So they like forced her into the side of the car. And then the female cop went around the other side of the car and pulled her in the rest of the way and then shut the door. They were being pretty rough for a 72-year-old lady. She's not going to outrun you. She's not a threat to you. If you can't handle a 72-year-old elderly woman, maybe you should find a new line of work.
You fucking dumbass whore. If she's under arrest and they're trying to put the cuffs on and she won't let them put the cuffs on, they're going to struggle until they get the cuffs on. Press 1. They're not going to say, all right, you know what? It's too hard to put the cuffs on her. Just let her go. That's not how it works, you stupid fucking whore scumbag. You stupid bitch. That's not how it works. If she's under arrest, they have to put the cuffs on and they have to put her in the car. They also have to frisk her to make sure she doesn't have no weapons. You dumb bitch. You whore. If she's resisting that, no matter how old she is, she doesn't just get to walk away. Yeah, it was a great idea giving women the right to vote. It's so fucking stupid. They don't understand basic shit. This is basic. You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. Okay, you won't? Okay, we'll put them behind your back. Okay, you won't let us? We'll keep struggling until we get them behind your back. Like, what the fuck? They want her to hypnotize her and shit. Be like, put your hands behind your back. You are getting very sleepy. Put your hands behind your back. Like, what the fuck do they want the cops to do? Like, you fucking stupid bitch. You dumb whore.
A 72-year-old elderly woman, maybe you should find a new line of work.
According to Brentwood police, while in the patrol vehicle, Yolanda appeared to be having a medical issue, and police immediately contacted medical personnel. Her family took her off life support the following week. Jeglum says officers left Yolanda alone in the vehicle
for at least 45 minutes while they were out here talking.
Police towed Yolanda's vehicle on this tow form listing PC 148, willful resistance, as the reason.
She's already at her family's house. Just leave her car there. What did they need to?
Bitch. That's protocol. It's called procedure, you fucking whore. It's called protocol. You think the cops are just out there like by themselves? You think they don't have to answer to anybody? You think they don't have to do no paperwork after this arrest? She thinks it's a fucking movie. Like, she thinks it's like fucking Bad Boys or fucking Lethal Weapon 3 or some shit. Bitch, they gotta do paperwork, you fucking slut. You stupid whore. I hate calling this woman all these names, but it's just, this is so simple. I'm sure she has a job. I'm sure she has a job where they gotta like do paperwork and file. Like, say she a secretary at the fucking doctor's office or something, and somebody come in, she gotta sign him in. She gotta fucking register him and shit. She gotta get to an intake form. This dumb bitch acting like the police is just out here fucking freelancing and shit. You stupid bitch.
Police towed Yolanda's vehicle on this tow form listing PC 148, willful resistance, as the reason.
She's already at her family's house. Just leave her car there. What did they need to investigate in the vehicle?
While the DA's office is investigating, Jeglum and every neighbor I spoke to told me no police officer or DA's office investigator has interviewed them.
From what I know, nobody has come to talk to any of the witnesses.
She's not a dirt dolphin. Y'all said she was a dirt dolphin. Y'all try to, and just because she's a dumb bitch don't mean she's a dirt dolphin, you racist. Y'all try to give her a dirt dolphin because she's an idiot. She's not a dirt dolphin. She is not a dirt dolphin. Okay? Just because she's an idiot doesn't mean she's a dirt dolphin. Yeah, you racist. Falcon 1 racist, man. Goddamn racist.
Talk to any of the witnesses that live on this street.
An attorney for Officer Peachman has said, quote, "We are confident that the district attorney's investigation will show that Officer Peachman acted appropriately and well within departmental policy and the law."
Prayers for the family. You know, it's pretty sad.
It's not clear why Sylvia wouldn't show me the rest of that video that a camera at her home captured. She wouldn't say. The DA's office investigation could take up to 6 months.
Cops are questioning a person of interest in the horrific murder of a mother in Harlem. Police say surveillance cameras show the killer waiting in a hallway for his victim to return home early this morning before he ultimately stabbed her over and over again. Neighbors tell us the victim lived in the building on West 129th Street, and she lived there with her 4 children. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan.
Damn, he knew that he was going to leave 4 children motherless, and he still did that shit. He knew he was going to. That nigga's an asshole. He knew this bitch got 4 kids and shit. And instead of just fucking, I mean, I don't know, man. Anything but that. This fucker killed her and shit. Knowing she was going to leave 4 kids motherless.
victim lived in the building on West 129th Street, and she lived there with her 4 children. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim live at the precinct with what we know about the man now being questioned. Stefan.
Well, Mike, that person of interest is believed to be the victim's ex-boyfriend. He was taken into custody at a nearby hospital as he was being treated for cuts that he apparently suffered during the vicious stabbing. Detectives today hauled out bags and bags of evidence from a horrific crime scene just hours after the heinous murder. Neighbors say the stairwell and elevator this morning are covered in blood. Police say the 47-year-old woman was stabbed repeatedly all over her body inside her building around 4:30 this morning. The suspect was captured on surveillance video waiting for his victim to arrive home in the 3rd floor hallway, then fled after the violent attack.
Una persona muy cariñosa, muy amable.
This woman says her grandson is friends with the victim's 7-year-old son. She says the victim, a mother of 4 young children, was a loving and caring mother. She lived with her 4 kids and her mother.
A beautiful young lady, as I know of, 4 kids.
The neighbors at the Harlem building on West 129th Street say she mostly kept to herself, but was often seen with her children, always pleasant.
It hurts just to see, having to a young girl that I know of. My daughter's her age that was raised here in the building.
This seems like something more passionate and possibly domestic violence. It hasn't been confirmed as that, but that the person who did this, something is wrong with them in terms of mind and spirit.
Again, at this hour, that person in custody is being described by police as a person of interest. No charges have been filed yet. He is still being questioned here at the precinct. The victim's identity has not been released. Reporting live in Harlem, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
After the stabbing and robbery at Towson Town Center this weekend, the county leaders say more needs to be done to prevent crime in the area.
Fox 45's Jessica Babb digging into the data, pressing council leaders on their plan to take action.
I talked with several Baltimore County council members, and while they say police are working to reduce crime in the area, some say they want to see an even greater police presence. Others say more long-term, they want to make sure there's more opportunities and even rec center activities for kids and teens to be involved in the community in a positive way.
More rec center activities. More rec center activities.
Others say more long-term, they want to make sure there's more opportunities and even rec center activities for kids and teens to be involved in the community in a positive way. After a weekend stabbing and robbery at the Towson Town Center,
tragic, ridiculous. I mean, we need to do better.
Where a juvenile was assaulted with a screwdriver and 4 teens were arrested.
Our police department was on it and quickly.
One of which is now facing charges for attempted murder.
Well, it's certainly troubling. Young people need to have more productive things to do.
County council members say it's unacceptable.
We, as the government of Baltimore County, have to elevate what we're doing to make sure that we can provide some preventive measures before it even starts.
Digging into the data on the 800 block of Delaney Valley Road where the mall is located. In 2022, there were 425 reported incidents. In 2023, there were 551. Last year, there were 560. And so far this year, with more than a month and a half left, there's been 395.
Recognize that we need to support our police so that, one, we can manage and also provide opportunities for children that live here in Baltimore County, but also recognize that, folks come from all over the place, especially to a hub that is a transit hub, and that we need to be ever vigilant to make sure that we're having a presence so that folks don't feel that they can get away with something.
Of the incidents that have happened this year, there's been 200.
Who are the folks, guys? Who are the folks? Who are the folks?
That have happened this year, there's been 279 thefts of different varieties, at least 42 assaults, 30 combined robberies and burglaries, 19 drug-related crimes, 13 destruction of property incidents, and 6 weapons-related calls.
How do you plan to address the issue as a council member?
Well, as a council member, I'm going to work with Chairman Ertel, whose district it is. In the future, we're going to have, if I'm successful at what I'm hoping to do, we'll have a more comprehensive strategy using all law enforcement entities, also creating more activities.
In a statement, County Councilmember Julian Jones says what happened at the Towson Town Center is unacceptable. He says he's been in close communication with law enforcement about any additional steps needed to protect residents. He says mall management must also be a stronger partner, including fully enforcing common sense curfews and preventing unwanted juvenile activity. At the same time, he says we need to keep investing in long-term solutions, including jobs, recreation opportunities, and positive outlets to keep kids engaged.
It's tough to sit here and say this to the public and say, well, the mall is really safe. Oh yeah, well that doesn't really jive with what you're telling us. But it, for the most part, if you're just coming here to shop, you shouldn't be a victim of crime at the Towson Town.
In a statement, Baltimore County Police say they will continue to have a presence in the area. They say the precinct commander meets with mall security on a regular basis and say in this case, the juveniles involved in the robbery over the weekend were in violation of the policy requiring teens to be accompanied.
What do you plan to do to make sure residents feel safe going to the mall?
I know the police have a plan as usual. They're going to do everything they can to make sure people see a police presence.
I also reached out to Kathy Clausmeyer's office, the Baltimore County executive, and in a statement, a spokesperson said they also want to make sure that parents and caregivers are monitoring their kids and holding them accountable. They also say they'll continue to work with police and others in the community to make sure residents feel safe.
Jeez.
Fox 25 News continues following the recent indictment of Brandon Grimes. Grimes is serving a life sentence for the murder of a Baltimore City police officer nearly 20 years ago. But he now faces new charges from the state's attorney's office for orchestrating a scheme to get out of prison and receive financial benefits. Joining us now is the chief of the Conviction Integrity Unit for the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office, Lauren Scum. Thank you, Lauren, for coming in. You uncovered this case. Take us through the evidence against Grimes.
Thank you. Yes, we have charged Mr. Grimes, and should mention that these, of course, the indictment represents allegations, and Mr. Grimes is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Mr. Grimes actually filed what's called a petition for writ of actual innocence in March of 2024. And when he filed that petition, he attached a couple of documents to that motion. And so as a state's attorney's office, we are tasked with reviewing those documents. And at some point, one of the documents looked a little bit suspicious, and we were reviewing the case, and the team came in and said, hey, we've got this document. It looks a little suspicious. I said, yep, I think this is a fake, but prove me wrong. And from there, the investigation was undertaken. And at the end of that, the matter was turned over to the Baltimore Police Department's Homicide Division for investigation, which resulted in charges.
You have said this case may only be the tip of the iceberg as it relates to people taking advantage of the criminal justice system. How big do you think a problem is this? Do you feel like you...
Wow. It's a huge problem, man. It's a big problem, man. What you mean, how big is the problem? Real big.
A man who
shot and tried to rob a King County grandmother has learned his fate. Colby Delamar was sentenced today after pleading guilty. Tina Rothert and her granddaughter both survived that terrifying attack in Covington. You may remember I shared their story in detail earlier this week. Tonight, Fox 13's Alejandra Guzman was in Judge Sandra Widland's courtroom, where Tina made a passionate plea against leniency, saying the shooter's age should not excuse his actions. So, Allie, what was the sentence handed down?
Seattle, probably
Yeah,
15
David, I
years.
can tell you that Judge Sandra Woodland actually sentenced Colby Delamar to 132 months, or simply put, 11 years in
I
prison.
knew it.
Exactly. This is after he did plead guilty to assault and attempted murder, both in the first degree. Now, we do have surveillance video of that brutal attack. I want to show you. Take a look there, because this would have been a routine trip to the ATM for Tina, one that she made countless times. But in April of 2024, it nearly cost her her life. It's been more than 19 months at this point since Tina was shot 3 times, twice in her thigh and once in her stomach during an attempted robbery at this Covington ATM. And as you saw, detectives say Colby Delamar and another man demanded she withdraw $1,000. When she couldn't, Delamar opened fire while Tina's granddaughter watched
Damn.
from the car.
In cold blood. He shot down an elderly woman in cold blood and got 11 years. She survived, but still. He shot her down in cold blood. He was like, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't a struggle where the gun went off by accident. You know, he just was like, oh, bitch, you ain't got $1,000? All right, boom, boom, boom. That's a that's a dangerous motherfucker right there, bro. That's crazy.
It's been more than 19 months at this point since Tina was shot 3 times, twice in her thigh and once in her stomach during an attempted robbery at this Covington ATM. And as you saw, detectives say Colby Delamar and another man demanded she withdraw $1,000. When she couldn't, Delamar opened fire while Tina's granddaughter watched from the car and is now dealing with unimaginable trauma. Since that night, Tina's been in therapy nearly every week. She's struggling to walk without pain and learning how to live her life daily after this trauma. She told the court she's a prisoner in her own community. She can't enjoy the activities she did before this crime. Let's put it into perspective, because fireworks, cars backfiring, popping balloons, and the sound of the 4th of July are just a few of the things that put her on edge, reminders of that violent night. Delamar pleaded guilty to first-degree assault and attempted.
Yep. Liberal white woman judge. Liberal white woman judge. I knew it. He was going to be a sister or a liberal white woman. Wow. 11 years. How could you he got 11. Wow. He wanted $1,000. She like, I don't got it. He like, what? You ain't got it? Boom, boom, boom. But because she survived and didn't die, he gets motherfucking 11 years. Jeez. Jeez.
Robbery. Today, Tina faced him in court and delivered a 5-page victim impact statement describing how that moment continues to affect.
Damn. Wow.
and shape every part of her life. The grandmother also spoke about accountability, telling the court the youth offender leniency sends the wrong message, arguing that at 18 years old, people are old enough to face full consequences for their actions.
While he was unable to steal any money from me, Colby did steal my peace of mind and injured me to an extent that I may never completely recover. Given the dates of the crime and arrest, Haley and I have already served more time than he has. He sentenced both of us to many more years than he will ever serve. Not to mention that after shooting me, he wanted to go to another ATM and try again because he didn't get any money from me.
Wow. That's crazy. That is bananas. So they just left. They just shot this old lady. Not like the gun went off, but like literally, like what, bitch? Bong, 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 and then went to another ATM to rob somebody else. And the judge gives him 11 years. Hey man, listen, I would the judges were lenient with me when I was young too. So I'm not even gonna lie. Judges were lenient with me when I was young. Judges were very lenient with me when I was young. So I can't act like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not gonna sit here and act like, judges were lenient with me when I was young. Sponsor tonight's show, guys. Sponsor the tonight's show. Uh we getting we got one person took the $5 challenge, man. One person. That makes like 5 in the last 3 days. The last 3 shows we've had a total of 5 people. I should have never got that fucking website. I swear to God, I should have never started that fucking website. Ever since I started that fucking website, everything has gone down fucking like off a cliff. Um yeah, this right here, this is insane.
Fortunately for some unknown citizen, his co-defendant refused. We can't fix all of this overnight, but we have to start somewhere. We need to stop sensation.
Now, Tina says that she agreed to the plea deal not because she believes it's fair, but because she needs closure. Delamar broke down as one by one his father and brother spoke, asking the judge for mercy, calling his actions a terrible decision that were fueled by drugs and bad influences. The 20-year-old apologized to Tina for his actions. Take a listen.
I know I left you scarred physically and mentally. Deep down, no amount of time will fix what I've done because I have made a horrendous mistake that both of us will struggle to live with for the rest of our lives. Lastly, Tina, I want to ask you if you would please accept my apology as a young, dumb person for the traumatizing things I did to you.
Now, I did catch up with Tina after court, David, and you know this just as well that
What do y'all think about that apology, man? Were you moved? Were you guys moved by that? Were you moved by that? Were you guys moved by that? That touch you? Were you touched?
Colby has not showed this level of emotion at all throughout the entire case. So when I spoke to Tina, she tells me that she was very surprised, caught off guard, and that she actually hopes that he turns his life around. Now, she also spoke about the sentencing, and she tells me that she was hoping for more, but she does understand the judge's decisions when it comes to sentencing him again to 11 years, and he will still have to do 3 years the probation once he is released. We know that a restitution hearing is also going to be scheduled at a later time. But David, as you mentioned, you've been covering this story extensively, and we do have that up for all of our viewers to take a second look at up on our website, fox13seattle.com. For now in Kent, I'm Alejandra Usman.
Well, thank you so much, Judge Whitman.
Jeez. Wow.
Tonight, police are on the lookout for this man. He's accused of attacking an elderly woman at a Bedford Park bodega. And that is where we find News 12's Kelly Kennedy. Kelly, what have you learned about this case?
Amanda, well, everything happened here at this deli behind me on East 198th and Bainbridge. Police say a man walked in and randomly punched a 66-year-old woman in the face. Now, as you can see on that deli, there's several surveillance.
Uh-oh. A man walked in and randomly punched a 67-year-old woman in the face. A man walked in and punched a random 67-year-old woman in the face.
Cameras. We do have some video of the suspect. Take a look at that. This is the man that police say they're.
No way. No fucking way. No fucking way. I'm shocked, man. No fucking way, man. No way. No way.
Looking for tonight. As you can see, he was last seen wearing glasses, a black hat, a leopard print jacket, and black pants. Authorities say the attack happened early Monday morning, a little before 3 a.m. And after that man sucker punched the elderly woman, police say he took off running down Bainbridge Avenue. Some shoppers we spoke to are being extra cautious.
Does it make you worried hearing something like this happening?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go in before dark. Be home before dark is very serious.
And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's just going to get worse because Mondami, you elected somebody who was who was for defunding the police. Think about it. They just elected a guy who was at the forefront of defund the police.
Now, I'm told police took that, or EMS took that 66-year-old woman to the hospital. She had some bruising on her face, but she is expected to be okay. At this point, police have not made any arrests, but if you recognize the person in that photo, or if you have any information on this crime, contact Crime Stoppers or the 52nd Precinct. For now, live in Bedford Park, Kelly Kennedy, News 12, The Bronx.
Jeez.
Night, a major child pornography bust. State police say they made more than 50 arrests in just 3 days. WBZ's Paul Burton is live in Framingham. And Paul, police say that what they found during this investigation was alarming.
Disturbing for sure, and highlights just how prevalent this problem is in our communities across the state. Well, tonight, state police send a strong message for those who engage in this illegal activity. If you prey on children, you will get caught.
This type of exploitation of innocent children must stop.
State police cracking down hard on those who prey on children and teens. On Monday, several law enforcement officers and district attorneys from across the state announced the arrest of 56 suspects as part of a statewide 3-day coordinated initiative called Operation Firewall.
Operation Firewall was created to address the growing problem of possession, production, and sharing of child sexual abuse material.
Last week, troopers and officers arrested 55 men and 1 woman between the ages of 18 and 75 years old for allegedly engaging in possession, production, and sharing of child sexual abuse material, as well as child enticement and other illegal activity.
We arrested successful business people, homeowners, spouses, and parents of children.
You heard that the plan was put into place over 3 days last week. I can assure you that those 3 days followed multiple weeks of planning, preparation, and collaboration.
The investigation included 42 communities with representatives of several local police departments and seizing hundreds of electronic devices. Investigators say 25 individuals were arrested for possession of child pornography, 19 for enticement of a child, and 5 for rape, assault, and battery of a child.
Parents need to know, and the kids need to know that these people are out there and they're going to try to target your kids.
Many of the suspects will face a judge today or later this week, and police say their work is far from over.
We will look under every rock, and whether they're repeat offenders or they're first-time offenders, if anybody in the Commonwealth even thinks about engaging in this type of activity, rest assured they will meet a member of the Massachusetts State Police or one of our partners.
And state police say more arrests are expected in the coming weeks. Live in Framingham, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
Paul, thank you. And
Victims are frustrated about crime, and that includes a Baltimore body shop owner who says teens broke into his shop and stole multiple luxury cars. Fox 45's Vincent Hill has been following this story all week. He joins us right now with team coverage with the owner's concerns. Vincent.
Okay, for the criminals, it's just stolen cars, but the victims say it's life-changing and they want accountability.
at A&B Auto Body.
A lot of high-end cars coming, like these Mercedes over there, next Mercedes, Lexus over there, Ranger, another Ranger over there.
The damages are adding up after a weekend break-in.
The way they're acting and they're running and all this stuff, the way they're talking and stuff, they're not going, man.
2 high-end cars stolen and hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages at the hands of suspected juveniles.
No other state or city you will see kids, teenagers, juveniles breaking into big businesses or doing stuff like this.
As the price tag gets bigger,
maybe $150,000 or more.
So does Sam Feroza's frustration when it comes to juvenile crime.
The laws need to be changed.
But as lawmakers look to change the laws, limiting youth from automatically being charged as adults for certain crimes, those aren't the changes Feroza is hoping for.
Chances are they'll probably not even a tap on the hand, maybe just be out.
The commission says charging youth as adults does not protect communities and disproportionately impacts children of color. But for this victim, speaking to Fox 45 over the phone, she disagrees.
You commit a crime and you do the time. Us as victims, we're the one that's suffering. I'm a single mom, trying to take care of my child.
Her car was stolen at the hands of juveniles. 3 were arrested. 3 got away.
My car was paid for. I had no plans on buying a new car. So now it's just that I have to factor that in. And, I just don't know what I'm going to do.
She tells Fox 45 changes to the laws that would give juveniles even more leniency is irritating.
It's just frustrating when they commit these crimes, you slap them on the wrist and then they do it again to the next person, and nobody's paying for it but us as victims. Whether it's stealing a car, whether it's robbing somebody, whatever they do, they need to be held accountable for it. Charge them.
Back at A&B Auto Body.
Nobody is going to feel the pain until it happens to them. You're not going to feel our pain. Nobody's going to feel it until it happens to them.
Meanwhile, still no arrest in those car thefts at A&B Auto Body. We're also working to learn the ages of those 3 juveniles that were arrested in the other victim's stolen car. For now, we're live in Baltimore.
Juveniles.
New video tonight after a shooting in Miami Gardens. It shows the victim and his brother begging for help after shots were fired.
Local 10's Byron Tollefson is live in Miami Gardens tonight as police search for the shooter. Byron.
A neighbor found herself right in the middle of the situation when the man who was shot came right to her front door. Ring camera video obtained by Local 10 shows a gunshot victim and another young man banging on a Miami Gardens woman's door, begging for help.
Help! Police! I'm shot! Help!
And these niggas ain't just victims. They probably in a gang too. They probably was shooting at the other motherfuckers the night before. And this was retaliation. Now they banging on your door. Help! Help! I'm shot. Call the police. I thought y'all ain't like police, man. I wish you would have been like, nah, man. I thought y'all said fuck the police. Fuck 12. Fuck we gonna call police for? You said fuck 12.
I'm shot. Can you call the police?
The victim pressing a red towel over the wound to try and stop the bleeding.
Can I come in? Please.
Eventually, the 2 men walk away back toward the street.
Every time you look around, somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed. And it's so depressing. It's really depressing.
Inez Harris says they were knocking on her door.
I wasn't going to let them in because, so much things going on now.
But she did call the police to try and get them help. Miami Gardens police say the man had been shot in the chest just before 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. Sky 10 hovering above the scene on Northwest 24th Court. The man was airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital's Ryder Trauma Center. Witnesses say that they saw multiple people leaving the scene in a vehicle. Harris says she didn't hear any gunshots.
My sister was in the back looking at TV. All I heard was the bam, bam on my door.
She says that these shootings happen all the time. She hopes that somehow, some way, things change.
Everybody got a gun. So you really don't know. That's why I stay in my house.
There's no word on any possible suspects tonight, and we are working to find out how the man who was shot is doing. Live in Miami Gardens, Byron Tollefson, Local 10 News.
Every time you look around, somebody getting shot. Jeez. Damn.
That breaking news here first at 4. Detectives link a double murder in Rowe and a murder in Charlotte to the same suspect.
Police have arrested Adam Mercado. Monroe police say they found 2 bodies at midnight. Detectives say Mercado killed them. A CBD also accuses him of a separate murder in Charlotte.
That's an hombrito, man. That's an hombrito, man. Please take the $5 challenge. Support the channel, man. Support the good work we're doing here, man. Support the channel, man. Take the challenge. That's an hombrito. So, yeah. Damn, you hombritos are out of control, man. He says, you hombritos are out of control, man. Everyone hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new, man. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel, man. If you haven't subscribed, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. We need you guys, man. And if you're watching on OpNationNews.com, tomorrow I'll be spending a lot of time on that channel getting this straight, man. I've had so many things to do this last few days, man. I had to try to get my Caitlin Clark channel back jumping. I've had to, of course, research and work on these, content for this channel, and but yeah, all the issues with the other channel, with the website, are going to be fixed soon. Once I get that fixed, man, I'll be very happy. Salute to everybody out here. Everybody with us on the early late night stream, bringing you the news. The only people, the only channel bringing you the news this time of night. If you're being entertained, if you're being informed, and entertained, support the channel, guys. If you're being informed and entertained, or just informed, if you're just being informed and not entertained, or you're being entertained and not informed, support the channel. This damn hombrito, man. We need to deport this guy, man. Send this guy back to wherever the hell he came from. Coming over here fucking with FBAs and shit, man. Coming over here fucking with FBAs, man. FBA's over here just, not doing nothing, man. And this goddamn hombritos come over here fucking with us, man.
Charlotte yesterday. So we're on your side with this breaking news first at 4. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Carter.
And I'm Siobhan Bryan. Reporter Natisha Lance just spoke with Monroe Police about the case. She joins us now live.
So Natisha, they say it's a complicated case. I know that. And they're still trying to sort through things, aren't they?
Yeah, John, this is a complicated case. Police are still trying to piece together everything. We're going to do our best to walk you through everything that we know. We have now learned new information about how police discovered that connection between these two scenes in Charlotte and Monroe, where 3 people were left dead. The suspect, as you mentioned, Adam Mercado, is currently in CMPD custody after they say he killed a man in Charlotte on Thursday. But Monroe police say his killing spree may have started here as early as Wednesday. Investigators now believe Mercado may have killed 2 people at this apartment in the 2600 block of Nelda Drive in Monroe as early as Wednesday.
He actually killed the victims here in Monroe, took our victim's vehicle, and then at some point went to Charlotte and killed the victim in Charlotte.
Damn, Charlotte is always coming up. Been a year without hearing about Charlotte. Now every fucking show, something happening in Charlotte.
Then Charlotte Mecklenburg police became aware of that. Then we became aware of it, and then he was caught in Anson County.
Now, Monroe police also tell us Mercado stole the vehicle of the Charlotte victim, and that is a vehicle that he was found in Anson County. He is currently with CMPD. He has been questioned throughout the day, according to Monroe police. He is facing charges there. He has been charged with first-degree murder and robbery, and Monroe police say he will also be charged in connection to the 2 murders here. Now, coming up at 5, we are digging deeper into Mercado's criminal history and a lot of questions being raised now about why he was not already in jail. We are live in Monroe. Natisha Lance, WBTV, on your side.
I'm sure that's a question a lot of people have tonight. Natisha, thank you.
Jeez. I don't know what you want to pick, man. Jeez.
So, nearly 6 years after being murdered, the wheels of justice are finally turning in what has become a high-profile case here in Charlotte. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kim Anderson in for
Everyone hit the like button. Smash that like button.
Von Bryan.
I'm John Carter. 2 men now standing trial for the murder of Scott Brooks, a co-owner of the famous Brooks Sandwich House.
After nearly 2 weeks, a jury has finally been selected in the trial for Terry Conner Jr. and Stephen Staples. Late this afternoon, attorneys delivered their opening statements. We also heard from our first witness on the stand.
WBTV's Michael Warwick has been in the courtroom all day long. He is joining us now live from Uptown. So, Michael, if you will, walk us through what was said today and what were the biggest takeaways?
Cheryl, a particularly difficult moment for the Brooks family was when prosecutors showed body camera footage from the CMPD officer who responded that December 2019 morning and found a man who he recognized as a co-owner of the sandwich shop lying bloodied on the ground. Several family members wiped away tears as that video played. Prosecutors say Stephen Staples and Terry Conner worked together to ambush, rob, and murder Scott Brooks as he opened up the restaurant. They argued in their opening statements that cell phone records placed the pair near the Brooks Sandwich House that same morning. The state told the jury Scott Brooks attempted to defend himself with a small handgun in his pocket, but it was no match. Here are portions of both sides' opening statements this afternoon.
Also worked side by side like brothers and business partners. Their business, however, was taking things that didn't belong to them. Their business was shooting when things didn't go their way.
Just as important as what the state is going to present to you is what the state isn't going to present to you. And some of this was discussed in jury selection because the state is not going to have a murder weapon.
Staples and Connor are on trial together in this case, but they have different attorneys. We also heard today from Scott's twin brother, David Brooks, who took the stand testifying about his relationship with his brother, how close it was the last time he was able to speak with his brother, and also just how difficult he said it's been for his family to run that business without his brother. We're live outside the courthouse. We'll follow it all.
Damn, man. Killed a sandwich shop owner.
Tonight, the sandwich shop owner, we are learning, was armed when he was robbed and left for dead 6 years ago. In court,
I knew he was a white guy. Scott. Knew he was a white guy. Damn, Glider.
dead 6 years ago. In court today, surveillance video showed Scott Brooks shooting at two masked men before at least one of them fires back.
Channel 9's Hunter Sines has been in court for this case all day. He's joining us live. Hunter, we're learning some new details now.
Yeah, Erica, another emotional day in this trial. For the first time, jurors and some of Scott Brooks's own family saw the moment he was robbed and killed outside his beloved Brooks Sandwich House in 2019. From a neighbor's backyard surveillance camera, you can see two people walk toward Brooks Sandwich House in 2019. Moments later, Scott Brooks arrived to prep for the day, but right behind him, suspects were lurking. Prosecutors say he was cornered by two masked men with guns drawn. Brooks puts his hands up, and the gunmen pushed him around the building. He was put up against the wall, his pockets rifled through, robbed by the two hooded men. Seconds later, he turned, talking to the suspects for roughly 10 seconds. We pause the video there, where Brooks pulls out a pistol, firing in self-defense. But prosecutors say he was shot by the suspects, left for dead. Jurors also saw body camera video from a different scene, a double homicide 32 days after Brooks was killed. Both Stephen Staples and Terry Connor are charged in that case too. A responding officer walked up to the scene of a car down an embankment.
Oh, Jesus. Hands are taped. Faces are taped. Go back.
Prosecutors attempting to make the argument Brooks wasn't the last target of the two men charged with his murder. And both defense teams individually tried to chip away at the state's evidence today, specifically questioning whether that homicide scene outside Brooks Sandwich House in 2019 was contaminated in any way. No court will be held here tomorrow in honor of Veterans Day. This trial will resume on Wednesday. Live outside the Mecklenburg County Courthouse, Hunter Sines, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
All right, guys, man. Great show, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Salute the Gaucho Below. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Peace out.